And we welcome you to the south side of Chicago and Wright Field. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the Chicago White Sox. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. With Game 6 in front of us, it's an elimination game on one side, but this series feels like it could go either way.
You know, Boog, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been at Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. First pitch coming your way next. And getting the start for the White Sox, Davis Martin.
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Ready to go now? Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers.
Sal Frelick.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Drops one down in front of the plate. And foul ball. Martin, in his 3rd season, 29 years old, a former American League Cy Young Award winner.
Nope.
One and two now.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And that just misses. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
This is Bryce Turang. That one pulled foul. South side of Chicago just getting started here. And that one is lifted in the air. Acuna on the move. Stretches out and hauls it in. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
One out man at first. Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Quick toss first. Frelick dives back in safely. And the 0-1.
Ball one.
Man at first, one away. That one kicks away from the catcher. Frelick into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third, and it remains 2-2. Man at second. And a swing and a miss. 2 gone.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Man on second, 2 down. Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. I mean, the last 2 pitches that he's thrown.
Good tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. Time for the White Sox to go to work. No score. You're watching the World Series on the show. Back at right field. And taking the ball for Milwaukee, Brandon Woodruff. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, last time out, picked up the win, didn't allow a run, pitched extremely well. He doesn't have to be perfect, but if he can give another performance like last time. His team will be happy.
Kyle Teel steps to the plate for the White Sox. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Liner snagged at first. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Munetaka Murakami, the next to hit, takes outside. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Perkins gets under it, reaching for it, and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Stepping in, Colson Montgomery. Montgomery with a homer in his last game. And it's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And now Tristan Peters. Montgomery off of first with 2 away. On the ground, right side. Turang over to first in time. And the inning is over. Scoreless after 1. It's the 6th game of this World Series. All set for the start of the inning. Luis Rengifo up now for the Brewers. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Ripped into right field, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting sixth, first baseman.
Now here's Jake Bauers. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Oh, 2 now.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame. Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
1 out, man at first. Next for the Brewers, Joey Ortiz. Here's a 1-1. Well struck left field. That's got a chance. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. That one felt good. The Brewers score first. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
1 down, and now it's the catcher, Gary Sanchez. Hey! Sanchez wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they've still got both their challenges. Hey! Out to short, Montgomery. Slings to first, and they get the out.
Batting ninth, left fielder, Blake Perkins.
2 down, base is empty. Blake Perkins up now for the Brewers. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 down, nobody on.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. 2 runs for Milwaukee on the dinger. And it's 2-zip. This is the World Series on the show. Back here on the south side, we head to the bottom of the second. Chase Meidron steps to the plate for the White Sox. In the air, right field, Chourio coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Miguel.
So up next for Chicago, Miguel Vargas. In the air, left field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, this one started with a bad jump, a bad read off of the bat. He ends up having to try to leap out of desperation, can't come down with it, and it turned into extra bases.
One out. Runner at second. Brooks Baldwin digs in now. Up the middle. Turang slings to first in time.
Batting eighth, left fielder, Derek.
Now the left fielder, Derek Hill. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Bunts it back towards the pitcher. Throw over to Bowers, and that's the third out. After two, it's a 2-0 ball game. Here on the south side, onto the third inning. Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. This one in the air, center field. Acuna should have this one. And there's one down.
Up next for Milwaukee, second baseman Bryce Turang.
Now Bryce Turang flied to center his first time.
Ball one.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. The 1-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Jackson Chourio.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Jackson Chourio. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Strike two.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Goes down looking. Brewers go down quietly. They're up 2-0. Back at right field as we go to the last of the third. Luis Angel Acuna steps to the plate for the White Sox. Puts a bunt down. Bowers flips it. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
For the White Sox.
Well, you can tell he was sniffing that hit all the way. Great hustle getting down the line.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Here's the catcher, Kyle Teel. 0 for 1 so far. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second and great jump.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for 1 run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in Game 6 of the World Series. On the ground, right side. Turang over to first in time. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the wall. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Now it's going to be Colson Montgomery. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Tristan Peters. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Trying to move the runners over. Suarez. They get the force. Runners advance on a good sac bunt.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Now here is Chase Maitron. Flied to right his first time. And that's in there for strike one. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the last half of the third. The other way, fair ball. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they tie it late here in Game 6.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
So up now for Chicago, Miguel Vargas. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Freeland settles under it, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. We're through 3 here in game number 6. We are tied 2-2. You're watching the World Series on the show. Back here on the south side as we go to the top of the 4th.
Really important time for a shutdown inning. The last thing they want to do is give up the...
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. Eugenio Suarez blasts one out. That's his 3rd home run of the series. And the Brewers have the lead. It's 3-2.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Rengifo batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground.
That ball's
and that's
foul.
Just foul. The 0-2 stays alive. That one not close. Now 1-2.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game 6 of the World Series. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Next for Milwaukee, Jake Bauers. Struck out swinging his first time. In the air to left center. And there's 2 away.
Up next for Milwaukee, shortstop, Joey Ortiz.
Up now for Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up.
Ball, that's
Ortiz, 27 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. Acuna on his way over, and that is that. But the Brewers add 1 with a solo shot. It's now a 3-2 ball game. This is the World Series on the show. Here on the south side, ready to go, bottom 4. Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. And he hits a ground ball right side. Turang to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder Derek Hill. He's 0 for 1. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. White Sox down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Puts a bunt down. Turang over to first. Just got him, and he was burning up the baseline.
Really nice play there in second. He knew he had to get rid of it in a hurry, and that's a play that he's probably practiced thousands of times from growing up to batting practice and into these big league ball games. Really good job.
Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike. 0-1. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Next pitch is outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. Chi Sox held in check here. They trail it 3-2. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. This one popped up. And there's 1 down.
Up next for Milwaukee, left fielder Blake Perkins.
Next for the Brewers, Blake Perkins. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
Liner caught it second.
Up next for Milwaukee.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Here's the center fielder, Sal Frelick.
Ball. Hey.
That one lifted to left. Hill going back on this one. And that is that. Nobody left for Milwaukee, but they're up 3-2. Back at right field. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Kyle. Teal. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
And there's one away.
Up next for the White Sox. First baseman,
Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Nice grab. And they get the out.
Up next for the White Sox, the shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Colson Montgomery. He's 2 for 2. Swing and a ground ball. Throw over to Bowers. That ends the inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Bryce Terang
Leading off
now
for
at the
the
plate.
Brewers, second baseman, Bryce Terang.
Ripped on a line. Acuna brings it in with a nice running grab. One pitch and one out.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Chourio, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one close, ruled the ball. Ball 3. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them.
2.
Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
2 down, bases empty. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Lifted in the air, right center field. Acuna flying after this one. Makes the catch. Inning over. Gone in order are the Brewers. And it remains a 3-2 ball game. It's the 6th game of this World Series. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Tristan Peters. Right through there for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Ball one.
In for a strike, and it's 1-2.
That's ball
really good
two.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
He gets to it with a slide. Over to first. In time. Got him.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Chase Mitra will hit next. That one's in there, 0-1.
Nope, that's down.
Misses
Nope.
just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
High fly ball, right field. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the White Sox, third baseman
Miguel Vargas getting ready to hit. 1 for 2.
Well, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 6 of the World Series. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And that'll do it. Down in order go the White Sox. They're down 3-2. Back here on the south side, top of inning number 7, Luis Rengifo up now for the Brewers.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Line drive. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for Milwaukee, first baseman Jake
So digging in,
Bauers.
Jake Bauers. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, these Brewers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Rengifo round second on his way to third.
Up next for Milwaukee,
Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up enough.
Here's the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Davis Martin gives way. And they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break.
Now pitching for the
White Sox going with a new arm, Drew Thorpe.
Huge opportunity to add on to the lead for this offense right now, but we'll see what he has to say about that. He's going to have to make some great pitches to work out of this jam, though.
And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off and throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Gary Sanchez now. Golden opportunity right here.
You have to be able to get runners in when they're in scoring position, especially in the postseason. These situations can define a season. Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This will be a big pickoff if we can push a run across.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as...
And he's out. Here's the left fielder, Blake Perkins. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in. Another comes in to score. It's a 2-run single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Big and bad to pad their lead up to 3. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Hey. Stands in now and watches strike 1. Ground ball left side. They take the force out, and that is the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Brewers 5 and the White Sox 2. You're watching the World Series. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Designated hitter. Baldwin.
You know, these White Sox definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
Ball, that's it.
I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
The 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. This to third. Suarez whips it across, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
At the plate, Derek Hill.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
Hill not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Now a bunt with 2 strikes, and that goes foul. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the White Sox, center fielder, Luis
So up next for Chicago,
Acuna.
Luis Angel Acuna. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
Ball 1.
The White Sox trailing by 3 late here in Game 6. Next offering popped in the air, right field, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They trail at 5-2. Here on the south side, ready to begin the 8th, Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers.
Ball, that's low.
Popped up left side. Montgomery settles under this one. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for Milwaukee, right fielder, Jackson Chourio.
So up next, Jackson Chourio. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Lifted in the air, right field. Out, number 2.
Up next for Milwaukee, third baseman,
Eugenio
Eugenio Suarez.
Suarez up to hit now. He's already homered here in this one. That's outside. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 6 of the World Series.
That's ball 2.
Next offering is fouled back. The 2-1. And that chops in for a strike. Got him swinging. Brewers go down quietly, and it remains 5-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Josh Sborz. Back to the top of the order, stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Kyle Teel. 0 for 3 in this one. Just missed. Activity in the bullpen. Trevor McGill, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Uribe also throwing. The 1-1. And he grounds one back up the middle. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. The 0-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Sanchez down to first, gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Tristan Peters. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, get a lockdown closer ready to come in.
Check swing, went around. 0-2. Montgomery, the runner at first with 2 gone. Into center. And that'll fall for a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Digging in, Chase Maedroff. Swing and a bouncer towards 3rd. Play made, that ends the inning. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Game 6 is on to the 9th inning now. Milwaukee leads it 5-2. This is the World Series. We go to the 9th. Leading off, Luis Rengifo. That one finds the zone. 0-1. That's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Next for Milwaukee, Jake Bauers. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Swings through that one. And that's a strikeout looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Ortiz in the box.